Spring has sprung, and that may have some of you spring cleaning around your house, but have you ever thought if your mind and body could use some spring cleaning too? CBSN Denver's health and wellness contributor, Erica Ballard, is here with some surefire ways to tell if you need some personal cleaning. And Erica, you say one surefire signal is if you have that midday crash or if you're feeling exhausted. Isn't that common though?
Well, just because something's common doesn't mean it's normal. So yes, we have normalized the 3 p.m. crash, but it is not normal. And usually when it happens, it's your body's way of telling you that you're consuming too much sugar. So the obvious remedy is to consume less sugar, but I know that can feel really overwhelming to people. So I'm going to tell your viewers what I tell my clients, and it's this, that one of the simplest ways to reduce your sugar consumption is by removing sugar and carbs from your diet until 12 p.m.
So no sugar in my morning coffee? Is that what you're telling me?
I am, and I swear it's easier than you think because your palate, it only takes 3 weeks to change.
Okay, well then what about, you say another sign is that brain fog. Is that not just kind of the same thing as being tired, or what's the difference and how do you remedy that?
So when you think about brain fog, there is a tired component up to it, but it's that like really foggy, unfocused feeling that a lot of us get throughout the day and that we've also normalized. We're like, oh, this is so normal, but it's really not. When you have brain fog, it's usually a big sign that something's off with your gut, because we know from science that your brain and gut are connected. So when you have a foggy brain, it usually means that you need to remedy your gut. And one of the best ways to do that is by increasing your consumption of whole, real, clean food.
Can you give an example of what some of those whole clean foods are?
Sure, we're thinking about cabbages and zucchinis, and I know tomatoes are fruit, but we'll put tomato in there, different leafy greens, things of that nature.
All right, another sign is something that not too many people like talking about, but it's something that we all do, and that's going number 2. And you say that's actually one of the biggest signs that indicates we need to do some cleaning on the inside.
Yeah, it's a little taboo, right? We don't often talk about this, but it is one of the biggest signs that something in your body needs some cleaning out. And this is because your bowel movements are actually how you get rid of toxins in your body. So if you're not going number 2 every day, you have toxins that shouldn't be floating around in your system, floating around in your system. And one of the simplest ways, or I should say 2 of the simplest ways to make sure we have regular movements, is first to increase our consumption of fibrous real foods, so the leafy greens that I had just mentioned, and also by removing any foods that you're intolerant to. Now, I say the latter because so many of us, we eat foods that are not so great for us and make us feel really bad, and we don't really think anything about it or that it's bothering us in any way. But from all my years of coaching, I can tell you that it's usually those foods that are backing us up.
So what would you say is the best way to start a spring cleaning of your mind and body? Where should we start, and how can we maintain that?
What a great question. And I would say the easiest place to start is just by increasing the amount of vegetables that you eat. And it doesn't have to go, I'm eating vegetables every single meal all the time. Pick breakfast, lunch, or dinner and add your vegetables there. And as you get used to that, move to another meal and then move to another meal so that you can make sure that you're putting all those healthy foods in your body so that you can clean out, get rid of your brain fog, and reduce your sugar consumption.
All right, spring clean the house and spring clean yourself. Erica, we always appreciate your advice. And if you want more of Erica's health and wellness tips, just head to cbsdenver.com.